I'm 22 years old, and for a long time, I genuinely felt I was already behind in life. I would open social media and see people my age, or even younger, building businesses, traveling the world, making money online, meeting celebrities, or becoming a celebrity. At some point, I started thinking, what am I even doing wrong? But I noticed that almost everyone I talk to in their 20s feels exactly the same thing. One of the biggest reasons, if not the only one, we feel behind today is social media. When you scroll through your feed, you're not seeing real life. You're seeing the highlights. Someone posts about their startup success. Someone posts about moving abroad. Someone posts about making their first 10 grand online. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing bad about posting this stuff. That's okay. But you as a viewer should always consider that probably this startup was built like 5 years ago and only now has become something valuable. And only a tiny bit of creators will actually show you the path, like the downfalls, the misery, the stress it comes with. What I want you to do next time you see one of those reels, or shorts, or TikToks, whatever, is to stop for a second and remind yourself one of the simple things. You're not seeing someone's life, you're seeing just a highlight that they decided to show you. Like at this point in 2026, it can even be staged. And to cut the long story short, when you see these highlights every single day, your brain slowly starts believing that it is normal, that everyone is moving fast except for you. The truth is, your 20s are supposed to be confusing. Like I said in one of my previous videos, school is over, university is almost over. How can you be expected to have everything you're dreaming of without even making a first step? Take me as an example. I'm finishing university, thinking about leaving my country, trying to understand what kind of life I want to build. And some days it feels like I'm completely improvising. Like, what's the actual percentage of me becoming a successful business owner who makes 6 figures a year? And I'm okay with that. I think one of the biggest lies we quietly started believing in our 20s is that we're supposed to be all set. A clear career path, a huge money sum in our bank account or an investment portfolio, and a clear future. But if you really think about it, this is probably the first time in your life when nobody is giving you a clear structure anymore. But at the same time, this is also the first time in your life when you can actually have the freedom to experiment, to try things that might fail, for example, a business, to change directions, or to take a breath and just think of what you used to like when you were 18 and now that you don't really fuck with anymore. And after that, you'll probably realize that feeling lost in your 20s might actually be a good sign that you're doing something right. It means you're thinking, and it means you're questioning things. It means you're not just blindly following a path someone else chose for you. And maybe the goal in your 20s isn't to have everything figured out. Maybe the goal is simply to move, to try things, to fail at some of them, to learn from them, and slowly, step by step, build a life that actually feels like your own, not being pressed to you by social media. So, if you're in your 20s and you don't drive a G-Wagon, you don't have a 10 grand salary, and you're not a social media influencer, well, probably it doesn't mean that you're somewhere behind. Probably it means that you're just in the beginning of your path, and you just have to get the momentum.